All right, hello everybody, and welcome into the SFA Season 12 Week 4 BearCave games. Welcome, welcome. In the sim, it wasn't really all that crazy of a week, but we have a great slate of games with a lot of opportunity to kind of shake up the college football landscape. If you're just joining us, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You can coach a team, you can set depth charts, you can set your own playbooks, you can compete in server games like fantasy football. We have a full sports book with predictions and coins and rewards and all that sort of stuff, and you can recruit. That kind of thing is what you're interested in. Feel free to join any of the links in any of our descriptions. As well as if you watch these lives, you will run into ads because we are affiliated. Feel free to drop a Twitch Prime sub. It will get rid of the ads for you, and then you're also helping to fund the National Championship Trophy for the end of the year. Also, we have Patreon if you want additional in-server rewards that are not pay to win and want to support the channel. But yeah, let me know if you can hear me. Mike says he can. Hello, hello. Emmett, nice to see ya. Ron, is that back-to-back bye weeks? Potentially. Yeah, Ball State took you out. Florida man. Ready to roll for Flame. He's facing the generational talent. So lots of user-on-user action today. We're going to get right into it. I am switching up the schedule for today's game, or today's slate slightly, because one of our coaches does live abroad and it's 1 a.m. for him right now. So I want to make sure I'm just flipping around 2 games. So instead of going second, Texas A&M and Vanderbilt are going to go first. So let me just pull up my graphics here and we'll get started. So, all right, Vanderbilt and Texas A&M will be on the docket first, and then we'll go back to Arkansas and Missouri. If you don't know how the SFA works, we quick sim to the fourth quarter. If it's close, then we'll watch. If it's not, we'll just sim all the way through. And Emmett, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. You are away, so you do get priority. So Skook trying to get off to a good start after facing the, all right, tails and kick, facing the 2 best overall teams in the country. As always, our game day game this week is going to be Ohio at Kansas. An incredibly odd game day. I'm very surprised you guys voted for it, but that's what you guys wanted, so that's what we're going to get. There's Coach Skook getting the crew ready. Will Vandy keep up their surprising start to the year, or will Rex Beavers be too much to handle? So Indiana is going to get streamed here. That is a little bit further on into the stream. We have 2 streams today. This stream will contain 10 games, and then the stream after this will be a full game day. But we are here at Kyle Field, the location of the Colt, known as Texas A&M. Lots of money on the line. Controlling the sports book this week was actually kind of crazy. All right, here we go. Vanderbilt does not win the coin toss. All right, so here we go. You guys know how this works. We sim. Let's see who gets off on the right foot. And it's Texas A&M 7-0 to start. Rex Beavers having a good start, but only 7-0. Vanderbilt hanging tough. They are the underdog in terms of overall. 14-0 now. If you bet the under, you're kind of happy. 21-0 here at the break. So it looks like Vanderbilt kind of just completely forgot how to score. Wait, here they come. Can they bring this one back? It doesn't look like it. Down 21 as we head to the fourth quarter. 35-7. Texas A&M putting on a clinic here. Yep, this one is likely over. So Coach Emmett giving a reality check here today as they get domed 42-14. Rex Beavers is him. Let's see how it shook out. We got a Beavers run, a Beavers throw, a Beavers throw, a Beavers throw. We got Motley, more Beavers, and then we finish it up with a Beavers run. Oh, baby. Beaver Fever is going to take the SFA by storm. But here's Vandy's stats here. Obviously, nothing too crazy on offense. 15 tackles. When your safety leads you in tackles, you know you're probably not having the best day. And let's see our boy, our Lord and Savior, Rex Beavers. How did he do? 18 of 31, 206, 4 TDs through the air. And then on the ground, an additional 71 and 2 touchdowns as well. Big Dick Beavers coming through. 6 total touchdowns. And then you got Handy, had 2 tutties. Percy Knox, only 2 catches. And then Matthew Brown, the best tight end in the SFA, only 65 yards. And then on defense, we got Chad Johnson here. Jackie Knight had a sack, the SFA player. Freddie Furman, 2 tackles for loss. And Ozzie Merkins had a deflection as a true freshman. Samuel Geraldo didn't really do anything as well. So if you picked the Texas A&M money line or even the spread, you just went crazy. So nicely done, nicely done. As always, I got to get my screenshots here. Good night, Emmett. Sorry about that. Next week will hopefully be a bit better. Drop my pencil. All right, here we go. All right, so now we're going back to the true first game of the day, which it was going to be Arkansas at Missouri. So, Coach Grady, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Big 12. Arkansas's kind of fallen off. Missouri's kind of on the come up. The battle line is getting more and more interesting. I do not see Grady here, so I'm going to go with Arkansas unless he types quickly. See, there you go, Florida man. You got got Beavers in fantasy. That's all you need. Gotta get this energy drink into me. Wild day at work. Followed by hopefully a wild day of SFA games. We'll see. Last week we had a pretty boring BearCave, followed by one of the craziest game days you'll ever see. So, who knows? Yeah, 6 total touchdowns and 300 total yards. That's gonna get the job done for a lot of you fantasy folks. All right. Yeah, Sampson also played well as well. Welcome in, Coach Nathan. All right, can Missouri and Coach Grady get something going? Jamarian Sippins, the SFA quarterback. But Brad Thornton, one of the best quarterbacks from last season. 14-3 to start it out. Come on, Grady, you're at home. All right, they add a tutty. And you wish you would have stopped them there before half. Oh, boy. A lot of times early on in the season, it's all about finding who the actual contenders are. Separating the contenders from the pretenders. But that third quarter was incredible. 2 unanswered scores, and we are now 5-point game here inside 5 minutes. This is when we start going a bit slower, and we might end up jumping in here. So as we approach the 2-minute mark, here we go, a 3rd and 8. Missouri does not have the ball. They need to get a stop here to get the ball potentially back. Can Missouri get off the field? There's a couple SFA players, especially on this defensive line. Can they get pressure? He floats it down the middle. It's intercepted, and they're going the other way. A terrible throw. It looks like a backup quarterback is in there. And, yeah, Hassan Vaughn had to come in for Brad Thornton, and Missouri takes over. All right, Jamarian Sippins, or Siggins, I mean, Jamar Siggins is the quarterback for Missouri. He is an SFA player. Can he lead a game-winning drive? Jamar Siggins, he's having a good day today. And, oh, God, and he throws it right back. Oh, no, what a terrible throw by Siggins. Miscommunication, whatever you want to call it. And that might be the game. What a horrible throw. Now a first down wins it here. Back-to-back plays with interceptions. Neither team wants to win when you got backup quarterbacks going. Welcome in, Nuts. Can you let me know what coach you are so I can address you as such, as we got a slow QB on the run here. And 3rd and 3, Missouri still has a chance to get the ball back. Can they get one more stop? I believe the line is currently an Arkansas no cover. It is. So can Arkansas get a first down to win the game? They are going to throw it. He tosses that out, and are they going to give him the spot? They do. Oh, Missouri and Coach Grady down for the count. They're going to end up going to 1 and 2. Assuming no funny business here. Welcome in, McNasty. Big win behind 4 McBurnfinger touchdowns on the day. You love to see it. As a Vanilla Vic Heisman better, I do not love to see it, but all right. So, okay, they're running a play here. So, could we see an epic choke from Arkansas right up the middle? Nothing comes of it, though. Looks like the no cover is going to wind up hitting. Remember, we got to watch it in its entirety. That way the game doesn't screw up. There you go. So Arkansas gets back to 500. They started 0-2, and then they bludgeoned Colorado, and now they beat Missouri on the road. So with a backup quarterback, Arkansas is looking to turn that season around. And look at this throw, just complete miscommunication. I'm not sure what Siggins was thinking there, the sophomore. So I believe Florida Man's parlay is already done. So thank you for your donation. Thornton, the backup or the starter, he did come out of the game. He still gets player of the game. Yes, sir. The house always wins. That's right. None of your guys' massive parlays are going to ever hit. Hopefully. Oh, yeah. So over-under was 51. So if you had under, then you're still alive there. All right, let's see how this game shook out before we get to one of the spicier games on the docket. All right. So Thornton, 4 TDs, almost choked the win after he had to come out. No SFA players on this team. Another guy from the Irons clan, Kevin Irons, a distant relative of CJ Irons. So Jamar Siggins, he had an okay day until we started watching him. He ran a little bit, but Pittman, Cronin, and then you got Glover, Dickens, the SFA player. And then on the other side, Angus Falk, the SFA true freshman, 4 tackles for loss. Nothing else too crazy. What did Harrison Ford do? Did he do anything? Might not even be starting. Yeah, no, I don't even see him here. All right, so that is how this game shook out. All right, so next up is going to be NC State and Pittsburgh. So Coach Crew, if you are here, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. This one is going to be an interesting one. I totally thought it had potential for game day. It was one of Tails and Kick. It was one of those that just barely missed out on Watch Party, just barely missed out on the BearCave Game of the Week, and just missed out on the Game Day poll. So this is one that's just missed, so it's going to wind up being one of the best games on the docket for sure. So I can't pick heads or tails for you, but if you do win the toss, we will kick it. Very evenly matched. Is NC State back, though? Hot take, you have Vandy over TMAU. Vandy already lost. I switched the schedule slightly. So if you're just joining us, Vanderbilt took an L, and we got rain here. Remember, this is a 3-point line for Pitt at home. NC State did make the playoff a few years ago, where they got destroyed by Ohio State. Yeah, I rarely will I deviate from my BearCave schedule, but sometimes, and if people ask nicely and they catch me at a good moment, I'll say okay. Look at this standings, God. Syracuse, Boston College, Clemson, Florida State. Sure, they have a loss, but they're already 2-0 in conference. Those are some disgusting division rankings. All right, Heinz Field, the ketchup bottle. Kobe Cobble right there, SFA player. And we're going to get to see Jaws Patterson. Hopefully, we get to see him. Hopefully, this one stays close. So, as we started out here, 3-0 for Pittsburgh. I felt like this was probably going to be a lower scoring game. Probably the rain makes it as such as well. As wait a second, NC State popping off. Here we go. Both these teams have been scoring at will against defenses. I think NC State is like outscoring opponents 80-something to 17. And this third quarter, nothing doing. So Pitt maintains the lead. And here we are, 13-10 as we enter the fourth quarter. And we get a long drive that ends in a field goal. So now we're going to be simming one play at a time. We got a 4th and 7. NC State has the ball, and that is a punt. So we're getting close. Surely we're going to be watching this game unfold here. We're a little under 3 minutes left. Once we get to the 2-minute mark, we'll jump on in. We'll see Jaws Patterson, Daniel Sisk from the transfer portal from Ohio State here. Let's go. Can Coach Crew somehow find a way to win this one? Over the middle, that was dangerous. Oh my, as Ricardo Joseph, the SFA quarterback, turned wide receiver, trying to take the Terrell Pryor route. I don't think it's going to work out nearly as well as that has. Ricardo Joseph, the wide receiver. That's who he tried to target on that last play. All right, now we're back. Daniel Sisk in the backfield, 3rd and 6. And it's going to be a screen, and he gets lit up. The running back never released. Jaws Patterson took a helmet right to the jaw. And NC State's getting the ball right back. So less than an inspiring couple of plays there from the Pittsburgh offense. This is a really disgusting stat line and weather, I'm sure. So this is just one of those Pittsburgh games as he's going down right at the 50. So NC State, they are in a new era. Past the days of Carmelo Cannon. Past the days of being elite. What can this team do? We don't know much about him, but he hits the guy out of the backfield as that's Lacoby Dean laying the boom there. Adam Austin makes the catch. On defense, you got to watch out for Lacoby Dean. Rafi Spriggs. As they're throwing it out from under center. He gets hit and he connects. Oh my, what a play. Kyle Jackson hangs on in the rain as he was hit. All right, they are threatening. Clock is running. They could probably bleed this clock out and win by field goal. So we get a delayed handoff and he goes down. David Nelson ruined my tutty tally in week 1, I believe. 59 seconds left. If you're Pittsburgh, you're just hoping to get a little bit of time or force a mistake or something. Looks like they're kind of running the clock now. NC State is not interested in putting the ball in the air. Yep, clock is running, so Pittsburgh, it might be field goal, block, or die. 2nd and 6, though. Can they make something happen? Force them out of field goal range or something? You need a sack. Over the middle, and that's not going to be what you want. And Matt Joseph down inside the 5. You probably wanted to just let him score there at that point. Leroy Smith, 16 of 44 with an interception is... Oh, my. Okay. Are they messing up the clock? Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Last play of the game. Are they going to score? Touchdown, NC State. We get a walk-off. The ultimate fuck you to a division rival. Oh my God. Pittsburgh is pissed off. Then walk off on the road. The disrespect here in Pittsburgh. The fans are fuming as NC State is victorious. The most unnecessary walk-off in SFA history. And funny enough, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered with the cover, but NC State does win there. Oh my. Poor Coach Crew takes an L, and honestly, dude, what Patreon coaches are winning their games, man? Like, nobody is. We were talking about this last night when we were simming the week, is everybody's just getting bitched. So it's probably the first surprising matchup on the day. Yeah, Patreon is confirmed to lose. Giving you the full SFA SEC experience. Pay to lose. All right, so Pitt started out with a few field goals, added a touchdown here, battled back, and it was just, you know, no offense for Pittsburgh in the second half. All right, Jaws Patterson, 14 of 31, 236 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. Rushing, Sisk did very well, but he couldn't find the end zone at all. He has been a great pickup, though. On defense here, Spriggs led the team in tackles. Lacoby Dean, only 3 tackles. You'd probably like for him to do a little bit more there. And for NC State, you got Leroy Smith, 16 of 44. That's definitely not what you want to see. Less than 3 yards a carry, and they somehow walk out with a victory. That is just one of those gut-wrenching losses that you look at. And Kobe Cobble, the SFA player, might be a reason why. Also, these sacks and key moments. What a win for NC State as they stay unbeaten, and they are likely going to be entering the top 25 next week. Patreon, yeah. Exactly. We'll see. We'll confirm when my game comes up. If I lose to Army, you can confirm it. All right, so that was game number 3 on our docket here. And now we've got App State at Illinois. So an Illinois team that's honestly for Flame been a complete embarrassment compared to any of his teams over the last decade. But he's facing a generational talent. He does not want to get embarrassed. Flame, if you're here, let me know if you want to kick or receive. Because I know Dirty Bird is not here. That man never joins the stream. If he is, surprise me. Let me know. Welcome in, Coolio. You're about to kill my hopes and dreams for Season 12. Couple games away. I do not see Illinois here. All right, but they're at home coming off a loss 21-point favorites, though, at home. Well, you know what? If he doesn't say it in chat... Oh, Flame said kick. Okay. I don't know why people say it in the server and not in the chat where I can actually see it, but there's Flame. All right. So Rashad Banks, SFA player. Are we going to see the debut gameplay of the generational talent here? How is this one going to go? Illinois gets a quick touchdown here, and they might just be too much to... I really need them to no cover this, though. Come on, App State. Do something. There you go. That's all I needed. I believe my Sickos parlay has App State covering this, so that's all we want. As we head to the third quarter, come on, don't score. There we go. Okay, App State making this a game. Oh, baby. Okay, so Illinois just completely stops playing the game of football, up 21. I'm not sure what their plan is, but what are we even watching? Why is Illinois not able to score? Oh boy, and here comes Flynn Saunders right down the field, 4th and 9. And they kick the field goal. So only down now by 5. Illinois needs to get to work here, and it's 4th and 13. And here we go. You can't make this up. On the road, the debut of the generational talent, quarterback Flynn Saunders. Can he do it? Flynn Saunders, the generational talent from App State. Can he do the unthinkable on the road? They start with a handoff and a big-ass hole up the middle. What is Vince Wilfork doing? He's going to be tumbling down my draft board here. Flynn Saunders, man in motion. What is the generational talent going to do? You got Vince Wilfork in the middle there. He dumps that one off to a big tight end, but that goes nowhere. Sonny West, 2nd and 9 now. Sonny West, the big tight end. Flynn stays in. He's going to try to escape, and he's brought down by Vince Wilfork, the SFA player. They give it to Joe McNair, though. And it looks like now we're going to huddle up. Minute 35 left. 3 timeouts. App State does need a touchdown. Can App State win outright? And he connects, and it's going to be short. So 4th and 6 now. They have to go for it. The silver lining, though, is that they still have the 3 timeouts. So if this doesn't work, there is still a faint chance. Illinois has not scored since the first quarter. They dump it off, and that's going to be short. Illinois takes over. Now, App State still has 3 timeouts, so it is not completely over. Illinois is going to have to get at least 1 first down, which doesn't look like they've been able to do. As we got Mike Allstott in the backfield. He hands it off, power running to the right-hand side, a wide open hole, and that's going to be a first down, and that's going to end it for App State. The upset bid falls short. They had their chance. But App State covers. Unless App State pulls off a miracle here, Coach Dirty Bird is going to be starting 0-2. My Sickos parlay had App State covering, yes. So I'm happy with this result. Let me actually check my Sickos parlay, see what we're trying to cook here. Yeah, so I had the Texas A&M money line, App State covering, and then oh my, what a hit on Allstott. And then I have Indiana winning outright. So That is going to come down to the Patreon game of the week. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's what it means, is cover. All right, there we go, Illinois. TCU has not played yet. I'm 2 of 3 for the parlay. But, man, Flame, you did get a win. I know you're talking shit, but this is not a good start for you this year. You've got to figure out how to score. You scored 3 quickly, and then you didn't score the rest of the game. All right, so how'd it go? Okay, so Spencer and then Boogie Toes got in the end zone. Allstott as well, and then Summers from Flynn, and then Nelson, and then they just couldn't punch it in to get back in it, unfortunately. As far as Tim Mills, not a crazy stat line. Would like that completion percentage to be a little bit better, but Boogie Toes gets a touchdown. Holman, not a lot from this offense, honestly, but Breastfeeder and Pancake popping off on the offensive line. Xavier James, no sacks. Will Fork, tackle for loss. And then App State, let's see. Flynn Saunders, you would like more yardage, honestly, but against this kind of a team, that was a great performance from him. Kept him in it, gave him a chance at the end. Bad play calling there and bad execution. Rashad Banks, SFA player, clamped down their receivers. No interceptions, though. And that is going to take us to the Sickos game of the week. So the Sickos game of the week is between two teams who are winless that I thought would be 10 times better than they are this year. We got TCU and we got Coastal Carolina. It's going to be Anthony Black versus CJ Choke Job Irons. So your Sickos, however I want to say it, the prediction, I guess, of the game is going to be who has more passing yards. Is it going to be Anthony Black or is it going to be CJ Irons? So let's go check out that game here in the Sun Belt. We got TCU, we've got Coastal, both 0-2. Mango, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. More pass yards. Black or Irons? You got a full minute here. Get those predictions popping. Damn, you love to see Jay Jetta's say, my NIL can't even buy a house, 800K, baby, 1-bedroom apartment in NYC, 5 ads. Use that NIL money, my guy. Allow. Mango, I'm gonna abuse you if you don't win. Okay, buddy. Can't even see the stream. I mean, luckily it's on a time where it doesn't matter. But Anthony Black. Let me pull up my BC stream again. Mango. I don't see a Mango saying anything. Tails never fails. Okay, but... And you already know. We want the ball. Okay, there it is. So, interesting slate of games. No crazy upsets quite yet. I mean, the Pittsburgh game was maybe a bit of an upset. That was just more of a funny way. No, I just couldn't see your message. All right, TCU, here we go. You're not behind Mango. I just couldn't see what you posted. All right, we are on the Aqua Turf here. This is a all-timer jersey matchup for sure. If this was game day, these jerseys would have gone crispy. No, I don't pick uniforms for BearCave games, unfortunately. Oh, baby. Both rated in the hundreds. Is Choke Job Irons or Mango going to continue to suck? Who is going to turn their season around here today? TCU comes in as the favorite, 4.5 points. Said tails never fails. And then he wants the ball. Okay. All right, so Anthony Black, a lot of people pick Speedy Gonzalez in their fantasy football. So let's see what they do here. 0-0, and early on, Coastal gets the first score. So not the best start for the Horned Frogs, as they're now down 14-0. What is this offense doing this year? All right, looks like they're battling back a bit, but down 7 going into the break. Mango has a lot of questions to answer. Down 4. And he takes the lead here in the third quarter. 10 unanswered points. Well, technically 17. As they take another field goal. Oh, boy, here we go. 6 minutes left. This one's heating up. A lot of gameplay here today, hopefully. As, okay. 20-20. Oh, my. A 93-yard rush. TCU completely choking their asses off before I'm gearing up to get into the game. And this man just giving up 90-yard rushes. All right, but it looks like they are 2nd and 20 now. So it's 2nd and 11, I think, after a penalty. So let's jump on in. 21-20, TCU needs a score. They're on the plus side of the 50. Here we go. Okay, the mid-screen works out a little bit there, but I believe Quindarius Durr on the tackle to Travis Lloyd. That's who to watch out on this defense. He's the only SFA player. On offense, you got Speedy Gonzalez. You got Anthony Black at the quarterback. And then Hinton is the running back. Kendall Hinton, I believe. And floats that over the middle. And he's going to be incomplete and short. 3rd down now for TCU. Oh, boy, heating up. You got 2 downs here. You've got to get in field goal range. They come out empty. Anthony, all the time in the world here. He steps up, delivers, and he fires to Lloyd. He finds his man, but a flag. Holding! When do you see that in a gameplay game? Oh, Mango getting smoked. Oh, the refs. The refs are rigging it for the Coastal Carolina. 3rd and 16 now. People losing their coins over ref ball. That's hilarious. As we come out empty again, he's going to fire that, and he catches it, and he gets smoked. Brian Hill. Now it's 4th and 13. Remember, they still do have all 3 timeouts, so a turnover here isn't the worst possible scenario. 4th and 13. 5 receivers out. Speedy Gonzalez, top of your screen. He's running a corner blitz, and he cannot get there. A turnover on downs, and Coastal Carolina's going to take over. But here we go. Can Choke Job Irons get a first down? That is the question. Can they get a first down, or is he going to choke it away? And, oh, boy, big hit there from the safety. Kane Chambers, I believe, the freshman coming in. Could not jar that ball loose. Can they finish the job? CJ Irons, hands off. Wide open lane on the left. That's a first down and a lot more. Kenny Mathis. A 93-yard rush, and now he's running it down their throats. What has happened to the run defense here in the fourth quarter? So they could just fall on the ball here, but they're not going to. They're going to run their offense. Game is not over, especially when you have Kane Chambers. CJ choke job irons up the sideline. Oh, what a move! CJ Irons touchdown, Coastal Carolina! What a highlight! He put that cornerback in the spin cycle. I know this is good for Mango, but damn, what a move for CJ Irons. But yes, this is now bad because this could be choke job Irons as well, because if you give up a touchdown here, you could have just fallen on that ball. Oh my, what a stiffy. Steven Sutton, welcome to the Stiffy Club. Yes, so this is actually peak CJ Irons if he loses this game. He could have just fallen on it, but he wanted the touchdown. All right, TCU has life. Speedy Gonzalez, one of the top 5 fastest players. He's yamming it! Oh, and it was short, not enough on the ball. If he would have thrown that a few seconds earlier, Speedy had him beat. I was going to say Speedy Gonzalez might be the saving grace here. He is one of the top 5 fastest players in the country, number 84. Black now. Throws that there, Speedy. That's a first down. Just do that a couple more times. You have a chance. Speedy up to 9 receptions and 111 yards. People who have fantasy football, they will need a touchdown here. This game is way too close. Speedy at the top of your screen. Quindarius Durr at the bottom on defense. Black, he takes off this time. He spins off a man. Oh, can he get there? No, he's short. Clock is running now. Tick, 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 tick. We're at the 50. We are in Hail Mary range. 14 seconds left. Not being able to get that first down was really bad, but he did avoid the sack. So 3 plays left probably. We're out empty. Speedy at the top of your screen. A mid-screen gets him the first down. There you go, Travis Lloyd. It looks like they're just gearing up for a couple of yams here. They got to start hurrying it up, though. 10 seconds left. And clock's ticking. Clock's ticking. Clock's ticking. This might be the final play. He throws that, and they get the timeout off just in time. Oh, my God. That was the longest second of my life. 1 second left. Everybody take a chill pill. Can TCU, if they get this to the end zone, they still need a 2-point conversion. 2nd and 7, 1 second left, 47-yard yam. Black, he has a man, touchdown TCU! Travis Lloyd connects. What is this game? But they need the 2-point conversion to send us to OT. Is CJ choke job Irons gonna do it again? Black in the backfield, Hinton in motion. Black. He throws that out wide. It's caught. He breaks a tackle. He stacked. And that's the game. TCU loses. Choke job Irons goes to 1-2. What a finish. What a finish. He did the most that he could. Hinton tried to get in there, and he just could not. They rallied just enough. And that's good enough for the first win on the season for Coastal Carolina. What a crazy win at home. An instant classic. What a play. Mango in shambles here. Captain check down for Anthony Black. My God. All right, let's see what just happened. What a truly sickos game. You had the Mathis starting it out 14-0. They battled back, of course, took the lead, went up 20. Then you had that long run. Then we had CJ Irons run, and then Lloyd for another touchdown as well. So Lloyd kind of popping off today. Now, who wins? So you got 298 for Black and 113. So Black bettors will end up getting the payday, even though Coastal wound up with the win. So Black actually had less percentage. So congrats to you guys. But yeah, Joshua Hilton just couldn't get into the end zone there at the end. Speedy Gonzalez leading receiver, but Floyd had the 2 touchdowns. And then on defense, you had Sam Clemens, 3 tackles for loss. How did Kane Chambers do today? Nothing crazy. And then Luke Bowman had a deflection. You had an interception here from Thomas Koch. And then Coastal Carolina. You got CJ Irons, only 8 for 19 on the day, and he gets the W. Mathis over 200 yards. Obviously the long Irons touchdown. And then on defense, you got a sack for Corey Anderson. Quindarius Durr, the SFA player, does get an interception. His first of his career. Nicely done. All right, so there you go. Coastal somehow gets the victory. Mango in shambles here at TCU. 0-3, not the start he wanted this year at all. He had the lead in the fourth quarter as well, and he gives up a 93-yard touchdown. That's all right. Last year, kind of the same thing happened. TCU had a bad start, and then they played well very late on. So we'll see if he can do it again. All right. Next up, though, we have Akron at Indiana, which is going to be the Patreon game of the week. These sickos in the Patreon chat chose this as a push game. I'm not quite sure how realistic of a push game this is because Akron is a powerhouse. Last time we saw them, they took down Texas, who since then beat Florida and then lost by 2 to Georgia in the same way that we just saw on a 2-point conversion. So Akron, this is a lot closer than the experts think overall wise. A 67 versus a 72. So can Akron do it again? Same place as last time on the Patreon BearCave slot. This time they are on the road, going on the road to Indiana. Pretty short drive for them, though. The Akron Zips have the SFA Universe by the throat, by the heart, whatever you want to say. The number 2 pass offense in the country currently. Well, Indiana does have the higher overall. It's just not that higher. This is one of the worst P5 teams. Like I've said before, if I ever decide to leave ECU, I would consider Indiana because this would be a very difficult P5 rebuild. Yeah, I would like an Indiana win here to get my first positive parlay of the season. That would be nice. But realistically, I just want a good game. BearCave has been wild today. That's all you can ever ask for, really. I mean, we're not even halfway through, and we're popping off. So, what can Akron do here? Come on, Akron! All the homies want Akron to win it. And I believe Skook has 5K on Akron. So, what is going to happen here today in Indiana? And 0-0 early on. Akron takes the lead. Okay, here we go. It's getting real. Is Akron elite? Come on, Indiana. You got to score. And 0 points. Indiana has Akron must have the best defense in the country. Oh, a quick touchdown for Indiana. You blink and you miss it. But Akron responds. Another response. This game's heating up now. Fourth quarter's 14-14. Indiana stalls out. We're under 5 minutes left, and this game is tied, a true push game. The Patreon bozos do it again. We're inside 4 minutes. It's still tied. Who is going to get a win here? We're threatening. We're threatening. We're threatening. Here we go. 3rd and 11. Indiana has the ball. 14-14 at midfield. You can't draw it up any better than this. Come on, Akron. We got a mid-screen here. It doesn't work. Now what are they going to do? Oh, no. The quarterback, he's sacked. Oh, my. Matt Edwards goes down. Akron's getting the ball back. Who needs transfers when you're the Akron Zips, the best football team in the country? They can't lose on BearCave. And they're going to get the punt off here. All right, Sean Munoz with the return. Akron coming out. The swag and the vibe is immaculate on this sideline. Can they do it again? 2 times in the first 4 weeks. Can Akron do the unthinkable? They come out 5 wide. And it's a QB draw. And he slips. Indiana lives. That was a good play call. Kennard Jean. This man is a beast. What a name. Kennard Jean. All right, he does it again. Jean over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. 11 for 34. Not the best stat line for a MAC QB that you will ever see, but they're in it. That's all that matters. 6 for 21 on 3rd down. This is the Akron you know and love. This is the brand of football they want to play. 3rd and 9. Akron, Jean. He's going to get sacked. Trading sacks back and forth. Will we ever see another score? Indiana's going to get the ball back here. What a game. What a BearCave. And we still have a whole half of the graphic up. We got all the big boy games up next that actually matter. Yes, this is real football. All right, 1 minute, 26 seconds. Basically where we were about 45 seconds ago. Akron on defense. Can they do something? That's a floaty! Oh, and he completes it out of bounds. Bo Singletary for 8. Edwards packed his floaties today. These passes are less than ideal. 2nd and 2. They are threatening, but I doubt that they have anybody capable to kick the ball. 2nd and 2. Man in motion. He makes an adjustment. Oh, a creative blitz. Gets Edwards out of the pocket. He has some room now. And they bring him down. All right, so inside the 35. Indiana is threatening. Nothing Akron hasn't dealt with before. A minute on the clock. 2 timeouts. Edwards again. Over the middle. He connects. Another first down, this time to David Utley. Matt Edwards is cooking. He's 9 of 22. Clock is still ticking. They have 2 timeouts, though. 1st and 10. Can Indiana win this one? He finds his man. That's David Utley again on the out route. Now they're inside the 10. This is getting dangerous. Akron needs to stop playing with their food. Come on, Zips. And they are running clock now. Looks like they're just going to be running it down their throat. And here we go. There's a counter play and a big tackle from the corner there on Jason Davis. Clock is running, though. Akron still has 2 timeouts. Oh my, and they ran that clock out to perfection. This could be the final play before we see a kicker. And it's a handoff. No, Edwards keeps it. Make him fumble. Damn it. All right, 4 seconds left now. What is the call for Indiana? the field goal formation. The saving grace is, will there be enough time for Akron? 4 seconds. Indiana, this is a chip shot, 25-yard field goal for the win. And it's good, but wait! There's still a second left on the clock. They pulled a dog water. Come on, Akron! The kick. He's going to return it. Oh, no. This is the final play of the game. Please, he stole! And down goes Akron! The dream season is over. The Zips fought so valiantly. They just didn't have enough zip in the tank to get it done one more time. Oh, the whole chat is sad. I get it, boys. But hey, the Sickos parlay worked for a week. Let's go. I'm 1 for 3. We're back in the green, boys and girls. Let's go. I hate to break it to you, but Akron is an elite team, so this just means Indiana is even better. I'll take the Sicko Parlay W. Let's be real. But I'm actually happy, though, that the Patreon line was good. Because if it would have been Indiana by 55 or something, I would have been salty. We're vibing. Oh, God. And unfortunately, this means that ECU has to play on BearCave now. Oh, I hate that. All right, Akron, this is what it looks like. They just couldn't get it done at the end. When you actually have to start watching the game, it's a lot more difficult. Nothing we haven't seen before. 6 tackles for loss. Okay, so that's the reason they were in it. 5 sacks and like 15 tackles for loss. They were living in the backfield. So Indiana's offensive line must be putrid. I'm panicking for no reason. You obviously don't know ECU football, my guy. Read a history book. Look at any stream I've ever played. The game is programmed to want me to die. All right. Well, what a fun game that was. Bro, there's too many things to reference. There's the touch grass, the Bo Wallace game, right? There's, dude, there's just so many of them. Wide left. It's just all this pain and sadness that ever happens. The original Chad Barber game. Ugh. ECU is destined to be always good, but not great. And we are getting another installment of TC on BearCave. This team wasn't on BearCave once last year. We had game day, and then we just had the worst schedule in the history of ever. So we weren't on any other BearCaves. We had a couple of game days. But I would be confident in this game. We are 10-point favorites. I would be confident if I didn't have a slow-ass backup. So I'm fine in the sim because I feel like the sim prioritizes Vanilla Vic a lot. But I'm actually very scared if we have to start watching the game. Because if you remember on game day against Rex Beavers, I was up 28 and almost choked the game when the backup came in. But the ECU Pirates are back. Vanilla Vic, the Heisman hopeful, against Kemp, Major Cash, Ruddy Rogers. We're on the road here. They are projected to win this division. So Army is, in fact, the new blood once Chad Barber left. And we'll see if East Carolina can continue their dominance. Once again, their division doesn't look too difficult. Fantasy results typically come out late tonight. Dude, I don't care about a cover, man. I just need a win. Anybody who picked cover is got to be dumb. if you just know anything about ECU. All right, but here we go. Army versus ECU. What is going to happen? I think it might be too early in the year for me to have a rage, but let's see. 0-0. Oh, my God. Where's my offense? Down 7-0. See, I told you. This is what happens every year. Come on. 3. At least it's going in the back of the net, right? All right, 10-10. Come on. 13, bro. 3-point lead at half. Calm it down. Top 5 team in the nation. There you go. All business. All business, baby. Let's go. What a quarter. That's what we needed. What a quarter. And here we go. Yes. Bludgeon them. Beat them into a pulp. Coolio. We're having high C Coolio flavor today. Let's go. 48-10. 55. Keep it going. No love lost. We're not holding back. That's what you like to see. All right, let's see how this happens. So Army, they kept me off at the start. Kilpatrick, a 6. Why is he running the ball? He's my in-game recruit. I don't know why he's running the ball, but there we go. Vanilla Vic. Jordy Drake with a fumble. And then we got Vic. And then why do I have so many random people running for touchdowns? But okay, 55-10. Well, yeah, I'll take it. Tonio Kirk, no touchdowns, whatever. Vanilla Vic, 105, 2 TDs, and then all these guys got touchdowns. Cool. I'm kind of scared in my pass offense now, but Arnie Ronaldo, we did our job. And then Blake Womack, okay, 5 tackles for loss. We got J.J. Watt actually doing something on defense. What? And doesn't look like we got any picks. We got a tackle for loss there. All right. Kicking, he didn't miss a field goal. Let's go, Josh Anderson. And then Julian Kemp, 8 for 30. That's not going to win you games. And then on the ground, just looks like we ate this team up. And then on defense here, got a sack. Kenzo Carter, 6 tackles. Mort Knudsen with tackle for loss. All right. Thank you, Army, for not ruining the season. We'll take that. We'll take that. We'll take that. I mean, technically, yeah, ECU is the second best team in the country overall-wise, but I'm trying my best to get them out of there, but they just aren't winning. Like, it's one of those things. Like, what am I supposed to do? I can't create this team any better. I have all SFA players on the defense. No, I will not put my team in the SEC. I'd rather delete the server. It's ACC, 100%. I will not put them in the SEC. Not because I'm scared of the teams, because that would just be, like, I'd lose all interest in playing. All right. Now we got the Pac-12, a dying conference this season. This team is on its last lives already. I don't know. They're beating each other into a pulp. They're losing their out-of-conference games. Can Coach Rick, are you here? Can he take down? It's either going to be Rick or it's going to be Chad Blunt continuing the season. So, Rick, if you're here, let me know. Where is ECU going for dinner? I'm going to get a burrito for dinner, probably. All right, I don't see anything from Rick here. All right, so this is the debut of Cody Green in an Arizona State Sun Devil uniform against Chad Blunt. He got hurt last week as they lost a top 5 team preseason. Chad Blunt, though, is back, and they're at home. They made the playoff last year. They almost beat Ohio State. They had the lead on them in the third quarter, And Arizona State, a team that's been on the cusp of the playoff for so long. Just last year, they got derailed by injuries. So I don't see anything from Rick here. So we are going to go heads and kick per usual. They are without their top running back this week. As we start the game off here, how is this one going to finish? Arizona State with a quick touchdown. So is this going to be the fall of Cal that has been predicted for so many years and just never happened? But Arizona State here, 14-14. This one's going to be a high-scoring one. 21-21. Bam, bam, bam. Chad Blunt, Cody Green going to punch for punch. Now it's starting to slow down a little bit. And quick 2 touchdowns for Arizona State. Okay, as we head to the fourth quarter now, Chad Blunt is on his back foot. Oh, Mike, is Chad Blunt era over before it even gets started? We're inside. Dude, what is happening? Chad Blunt, you got to get this in the end zone, my guy. We're inside 4 minutes. There we go, big play. And a 4th and 3 now. Chad Blunt, can he do it? No, it's a pass dropped by his offense. All right, it's still 2 possessions. I can't jump in quite yet. They have the ball back. They're inside their own 5. He gets out of it. Clock is ticking. Chad Blunt, you've got to put something together here. And it's an interception! Chad Blunt throws the pick, and that is likely the end for Cal. Another top 10 preseason team going down at home. Ricky So getting a touchdown from Cody Green. Chad Blunt, So, Seymour. These guys we've seen all. So went off. 2 long-distance runs for touchdowns in the third quarter. What's going on? Ricky So popping off. He was the backup to Aaron Ford. And now he's just going crazy. Cody Green, a fantastic day. 200 yards for So. I don't think anybody put him in there. Oh, my God. 5 touchdowns and 350 yards. There you go. Ricky So, your player of the week. As Rafa Hooker. But is this the year Arizona State? Did the loss of Jared Lorenzen actually lead to him making the playoff by getting Cody Green? He wouldn't have gotten Cody Green if he had his quarterback back. All right, Chad Blunt, let's see what he did. Blunt, 62 attempts. He's putting the team on his back, but he just can't punch it in. He had one on the ground as well, unfortunately. Daniel Neal, one-man show isn't working like it did last year, unfortunately, for this team, as Arizona State remains undefeated. One of the first times we've ever seen that actually happen. Remember, guys, you guys who are complaining about ads, a Twitch Prime sub is free as long as you or your family has Twitch or has Amazon Prime. You can connect your account and get a free sub every month. If you don't want ads, feel free to do that. All right. What crazy thing is going to happen next? Oh boy. Well, here we go. We're going down to the ACC, and we're going to travel to Miami and Clemson. Number 23 versus number 1. But Miami's coming off of a loss last week to SMU in overtime. So this is a team that was ranked in the teens against Clemson. Obviously, our reigning champ, one of the best programs in SFA history, only beat Minnesota by 3 points on the road last week, as we got rain here in Clemson. Because we have a coach's poll, Fink. So Miami, led by Mark Liu, a 99 overall quarterback. Can they find a way to knock off number 1 Clemson? All right, my Tutty Tally is in this game here. Mark Liu, 99 overall quarterback. He took over for Matt Barkley. 6-0 quickly for Clemson, but Miami comes back. Fink's going to look like a real jackass if if Clemson loses this game, but they quickly go up 9. Can they extend this lead? They do, 23-7. So the offense just looks horrific here for Miami in the first half. Nothing doing. All right, can they get back in this? No, Clemson, my God. No number 1 overall or number 1 team curse this year. 50 points against Miami. Oh, dear Neptune. Miami, they're still playing, but 57. Or can we get 60? No, we cannot. 57-28. An absolute schmeckling here in the ACC. Will Hearn just completely popping off here. You had Drew Stowe, SFA player. Woods. I'm just interested to see what Martin Black does for this team, honestly. So, Mark Liu throws 2 picks. 99 overall. I did not have him as a number or as a round 1 pick. That drops him even farther from my rankings, honestly. Joe Shaw, no touchdowns. Boo! My tutty tally does not hit. That is such an L, man. Joe Shaw always does well. Well, so we look here. This is a dying team, unfortunately, in the SFA. Miami doesn't look like they'll be back ranked for quite a while. As Clemson now, let's take a look. Will Walter Hearn taking over for last year's quarterback? 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, nothing crazy. Brandon Charles, obviously, we've seen him popping off. Drew Stowe, the SFA player. Mark Foster, we saw him score in the national championship. He has 2 today. And then Trent Freeman, the guy took over in the playoff. Blocking-wise, no Bilbo Berkman. He is hurt. And then on defense, you had Magnuson actually going crazy. Martin Black had a tackle for loss. He probably didn't need to do much else. And then we had, who got the interception? Hines got the interception and Hurd. So 57-28. Most likely going to be a scoregami for sure. I mean, we'll see. But most of the time, a crazy score like that is going to be one. We've only had 2 scoregamis this year, so maybe we can ramp up the scoregami hits here. All right. So we're getting kind of close now. We have 1 game remaining. Jay Jettas, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. The team that looked so good on game day last week and then so bad at the end there, blowing multiple 10-point leads. Also coming back from some leads, too, to lose to LSU. Can they take over Ole Miss? And as always, get your Bobanos out and ready. This is a straight pick for you guys. We've got Oklahoma. Who wins? It's a straight pick. There's no spread or anything like there is on BearCave. So who wins? Do you got Oklahoma or do you have Ole Miss? 2 teams that have been very good surprises this season. Both teams did abysmal last year, and now they're both deep in the hunt for the division title. So get those Bobanos going. You got a full minute here. Oklahoma, Ole Miss. This is a battle of juggernauts back in the day on old sim matchup. Fortunately, they both had some rough years in the past, but they're both having good starts and they're ranked. Lots of money on Oklahoma here to start out. Jay Jettas, if that's you, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. As right after this game is going to be game day. We're going to have Ohio on the road against Kansas. We're going to watch that game in full. And then obviously always after game day, that's when the Patreon game of the week, which was Tennessee against Florida, is going to go live if you want to watch that game. While you're waiting for recruits to be tallied up, and those will be posted on a little later tonight. And then followed by all the other stuff I post as far as server game results for the week. Getting geared up. Remember, your rankings are due tomorrow night. All right, here we go. I don't see any Jay Jettas here, so he's just going to get a heads and a kick. Fink's gonna look like a real jackass if my... Hey! When I said that, look at the thumbnail. It was 9-7 Clemson. Come on now. It wasn't 57. And we got more rain here down in Oxford. Jay Jettas versus CPU Ole Miss, led by Black Matt Ryan. This is the first time we've actually been to Ole Miss since the Blue Square incident with Nate Robinson last year. Or maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. All the seasons kind of gel together at this point. All right, Jay Jettas, you're here. Let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Jay Jettas, listen to me. Heads or tails, kick or receive. All right, Jay Jettas, you didn't answer like a dipshit, so heads and kick. There you go. All right, Ole Miss, here we go. I asked you like for 10 minutes, heads or tails, kick or receive, and you said nothing. All right, here we go. Ole Miss and Oklahoma. Quick score for Ole Miss, and they battle back. This one's probably going to go back and forth. Nate Robinson gets himself a touchdown there. We're on into the second quarter in the rain. Ole Miss extends the scoring to 21. Oh, boy, the defense coming up clutch, and we're at halftime. 2-score lead for Ole Miss now. Oklahoma gets back within 1. Can they get back there? Yes, they do. We got a tie ball game going into the fourth quarter here. 21-21. Ole Miss retakes the lead, though. And here we go inside 4 minutes now. Oklahoma, can they tie this game up? It is a punt, though, so they're going to need to get the ball back, and they do. All right, we're getting to that point where we're about to jump in now. 4th and 5. We're going to jump in here, see if they go for it, and they are inside the 50. Terrell Remmers, we saw this team last week on game day. We know them well. Can they convert and keep this up? They get it! And an easy conversion there. And we got an injury. Charles Sims makes the catch, but he's shaken up there on that play. But the drive is still going. They're inside 35. They need a touchdown to tie it up. Lots of SFA players on both sides here. Terrell Remmers, though, and he does not get it off. He was doing so well at getting off that pitch on game day, but he doesn't do it here. 2nd and 13 now. Clock is running. Remmers on the run, and oh my, they call that incomplete. They give Miles Ricketts credit for it, but Remmers looking not less than ideal here in the back. Not sure what that was. Minute 50 left now, 3rd and 13. Game on the line here. They got to get a little bit of this back. He's yamming it deep the other side. 1-on-1, and it's intercepted at the goal line. He's a man. We're on the return now. What a play by that cornerback. I thought that was going to be caught. That's Terrell Devers, the SFA player, making a massive play. All right. Now can Ole Miss finish the job? All this excitement for Jay Jettas to wind up at 2-2. It just feels right. Yeah, that pass looked so good, man. Oh, and another stiffy, and he gets the first down. Well, that very well might do it now for Oklahoma. They've got to go perfect here to even sniff a chance, but even then, it's going to come down to a Hail Mary. Ryan in the backfield, hands it off there, and the speedy Nate Robinson, he hangs on to the ball. That was risky. 2nd and 13. One first down likely wins the game here for Ole Miss. 2nd and 13. Hands it off. Ryan, he goes down. What a tackle. They faked him out, but he still got him down. Andrew Callahan saving the game there, but the clock is running. Not quite sure if Oklahoma even has much of a chance here. They are going to need an incomplete pass, and they're going out empty. So Ole Miss potentially giving Oklahoma a chance now. Third and 15. They're bleeding out the clock here. Going to be roughly about 10 seconds or 8 seconds left for Oklahoma, depending on what happens. Ryan, he's throwing that, and oh my, that's a first down. That's the game. What a catch by Nate Robinson, of all people, the running back. He tight ropes the sideline, and that is going to be the game. No chance for Jay Jettas to respond. The toe tapper is right. As Jay Jetta's homecoming back to Oklahoma started out grand, is now back to reality at 2-2. We'll see what he makes out of the rest of the season. As always, though, for SEC teams, the beginning of the year is always a lot rougher than the end. As Ole Miss, who had a very bad year last year, has started out now 4-0, likely jumping into the top 10 now. As that is going to be the end of BearCave. As always, though, stick around here for the next couple of minutes. We'll preview Week 5 once we go through this game's result. It looked like this was on the money. He was taller. It's just Devers just had the positioning, the inside leverage, and then he stiffied that guy and got out of bounds. What a veteran move there for Terrell Devers. Like I said, I do not know what's going to be BC. It all depends on what is chosen for Patreon and stuff, you know, so we'll just have to wait and see. Alright, so let's see what happened in this one. Started out Nate Robinson. It was all him all day. Cunha got himself a touchdown, so Brent Boosler betters really didn't do much today. Remmers got a touchdown. Remmers, 2 touchdowns, did throw a pick. Jones, almost 100 yards. Remmers as well. Biscuit didn't do much either. White, just, you know, you got to get some SFA players on this offense is really the real kicker here for you, Jay Jettas. Tyrell Keys, big game for him. Sendejo, you didn't force any turnovers, not a lot of tackles, not a lot of sacks. That's kind of the problem here. Jay Phoenix with a tackle for loss. Now for Ole Miss here. Passing, Matt Ryan didn't do much through the air. It was all Nate Robinson on the ground. 165, 3 tutties. Brent Boosler got 99 yards, no touchdowns. Ronald Acuna scored 1. And then you've got on defense, Miles Ricketts led the team in tackles. Weddle and Oxford, not much. And then obviously Terrell Devers got that. And Kermit Scroat, only 1 tackle. He didn't do anything either. Same with Booker Atwood. So a lot of the big-time SFA players did not show up. But Ole Miss gets the victory. They stay perfect, likely jumping into the top 10 this week. A lot of good teams there at the top of the country. Well, definitely, it's going to start coming down to how you win right now over how many wins. That will probably come later on in the season. I don't think a lot of our top teams have lost this week. Been a pretty chalk week, to say the least. And I'm not sure when your bets will be paid. Probably whenever Nick is back and available. He didn't show me how to pay him out, so I'm not going to attempt it. So yeah, let's take a look to end BearCave here. We got to make sure the only game of the week is the Ohio at Kansas, which will be coming right after this. So, Week 5, we're going to have 0-4 South Carolina taking on the undefeated Arizona State. That should be a fun one. Southern Miss at Missouri, Georgia Tech, Oregon, UCLA, Tulane, Michigan, Iowa State. That's going to be a fun one. Troy, Georgia Southern, Kansas, Oklahoma. Buffalo at the generational talent App State. Arizona, Tennessee at a neutral site, NRG Stadium. Tulsa, Northern Illinois. San Diego State, Air Force. This will be a fun one. UAB, Houston, Kansas State. North Carolina, FIU. That'll be a tough one, too. And oh my, the mighty Akron takes on the #1 team in the country. Will this one be on BearCave? We will see. The mighty Akron, can they get a third straight close game and take down #1? That would be incredible. UTSA, Louisiana. Western Kentucky, Navy. Illinois, Maryland. Minnesota, Penn State. Miami, Duke. Duke had a close game against Baylor. Florida, Kentucky, Pitt. Trying to rebound. Alabama. Boston College. Northwestern, Michigan State. This could be, for sure it's going to be on BearCave, but this could end up being game day. Wyoming, Nevada. Colorado State, Hawaii. UCF, Virginia. Arkansas State and UNLV. Chet Doge, potentially, if he's back, versus Llama. Texas Tech is a scary team this year. Utah against Oregon State. Ooh, Notre Dame, Georgia. That will be a fun one. Notre Dame actually seems like they're back. SMU, North Texas is a good one. Baylor, Louisville, Army. Okay, so Coolio takes on Chelsea. Ohio State, Wisconsin. So the Big Ten is popping off next week. You got LSU, Texas. Some big-time games next week. Oh, baby. All right, so that's week 5 for you guys. We'll get into that a little later on. But right now, I'm going to take about a 5-minute break, and I'll be back for game day between Ohio and Kansas. See you guys all then. Thank you for watching, as always.